Hi, second grade, it's Mrs. Roth, and today we're going to read a story about a little girl who loves to collect words, and not just any words, but interesting words. I know that we've done that in class by using our word collector. In this story, you're going to find lots of interesting words that you could write down in your word collector at home. Here we go. One word pearl, written by Nicole Grenweg and illustrated by Hazel Mitchell. Words, words, words. Pearl loved words. She collected words. She pasted words all over her room. She even strung words together like beads on a necklace and stored them in a treasure chest. One morning, Pearl looked at her wonderful words. She thought of words that would tell stories, words that would sing songs, and words that would make poems rhyme. She thought, and soon the words began to spin and roll and twist and turn. A tornado of words whirled around Pearl. So many words, so fast she couldn't think. She grabbed her word chest and escaped the rushing wind. Outside her room, safe from the storm, Pearl opened her chest. But the wind had only left a handful of words, not enough to tell a story, not enough to sing a song, and not enough to make a poem rhyme. So Pearl decided she would use only one precious word at a time. When she went to school on Monday, she twirled and spoke in swirly, curly, whirly words, one word at a time. Her teacher and friends called her one-word Pearl. When her teacher said, "Name something round," Pearl answered, "Pinwheels." When her friend Jack asked her what she had for lunch, Pearl said, "Jelly rolls." And when Molly showed her a picture of worms, Pearl giggled and said, "Squiggles." On Tuesday, Pearl hopped to school and spoke hoppity, poppity, floppity words. When her teacher said, "Pearl, name something you wear," Pearl answered, "Flip-flops." When Jack asked what she had for snack, Pearl said, "Popcorn." And when Molly showed her a scribble picture, Pearl laughed and said, "Sloppy." On Wednesday, Pearl skipped to school and spoke in skippity-pippity, flippity words. When her teacher said, "Name something rain does," Pearl answered, "Drips." When Jack asked what she had in her lunchbox, Pearl said, "Chips." And when Molly showed her a picture of the moon hiding, Pearl said, "Eclipse." On Thursday, Pearl spoke in frilly, thrilly, silly words. When her teacher said, "Name a breed of dog," Pearl answered, "Poodles." When Jack asked, "What can you trade?" Pearl said, "Noodles." But when Molly showed Pearl her notebook, Pearl smiled, "Doodles." Friday was Pizzazz Day. Every word Pearl used sizzled. She used words like bedazzled, jazziest, and dazzling, one word at a time. Each word rolled off her tongue like a bubble in a fizzy drink. It was Pearl's snazziest day of the week. The next day was Saturday, and when Pearl opened her word chest, it was empty. Not one word left. Not one word to tickle her tongue. So Pearl decided she wouldn't use any words. She'd be known as No Word Pearl. On Monday, when her teacher asked her to name her favorite word, Pearl stuttered but had nothing to say. When Jack asked what she had for lunch, Pearl hung her head and slinked away. And when Molly showed her self-portrait, Pearl smiled, but only halfway. The teacher tried again, but Pearl did not speak, not one word all day. No more razzmatazz, no more jigga-majazz, no more sizzling words. No words at all. Pearl's words were gone. She was No Word Pearl all week. The next Saturday, Pearl peeked in her word chest again. Still empty. Pearl knew she had to tackle the word tornado in her room. So she faced her fears and opened the door, and she saw words. Words written into stories and songs and poems. Stories plastered on the walls, songs sticking to the lampshades, and poems laying on pillows. On Monday morning, Pearl scooted off to school, and she spoke. Not just with one word, but with sentences. Long, extravagant sentences. When Pearl's teacher said, "Name an adjective," Pearl cried, "It's too hard to name just one. Old and young, hot and cold, sweet and sour, light and heavy, smooth and lumpy, shy and bold, black and white, loose and tight." When Jack asked her what she had for lunch, Pearl said, "I have a sandwich slathered with sticky peanut butter and topped with sweet bananas and honey, and a bag of twisted pretzels, crunchy carrots, and dip, and one chocolate chip cookie with white chocolate chunks." And when Molly gave Pearl a pink journal, Pearl's words flowed. They flowed like lemonade from a pitcher, pink and sweet. She wrote and wrote and wrote. And Pearl thought to herself, "No more word troubles for me. I'm Pearl. Pearl, the word girl." That's such a fun story with so many fun words. And it was so much better when Pearl was able to speak in full sentences using her adjectives. Everything came to life that she was saying. Now you can collect interesting words and use them when you speak. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye.